And we have to discuss Marko Arnautovic, his future. What do you make of this? How real is it? How authentic is it, this potential big money move for him?
The Chinese club hasn't been named. That's a big red flag. If you were the Chinese club, think about it. You would be shouting from the rooftops that you could potentially get one of the stars of the Premier League there. That hasn't happened. So that for me says perhaps it doesn't exist. Secondly, his brother's the agent. He could be just making a big kerfuffle, a big noise in this January transfer window to get a new deal. I am going to call it again. You know that I like to call it and stick my head on the block. Marko Arnautovic will sign a new contract for West Ham on considerably increased wages in the next 3 or 4 weeks. Because if you are that club that wants him, you're going to shout it from the rooftops, and we don't even know what this club is.
Yeah, well, I hope you're right that he signs a new contract as a West Ham ambassador, watching the game constantly, because he's been such a massive statue up there for West Ham. You can tell when he's on the pitch, his presence helped the lads out, because the lads have been playing such good football, and he's up there to put the ball in the net, and he does a job so well.
Well, the irony is, you were yourself in China, but we should add with the caveat that you were, 35 at the time?
Yeah.
Not in the peak of your career, not in the prime of your career.
No, obviously it's hard to believe as a player now, because the Premier League is one of the best leagues in the world, and I had a great opportunity to play in it, and I enjoyed every minute of it. But so I got to my age where I'm 35, I wanted to carry on playing football, and I was lucky enough that a team in China, Guangzhou, came in for me, and my experience there was fantastic, and I absolutely love it. But I'm not saying I love it that much for Arnautovic to go, because I would like him to stay.
I think if you're 35, it makes perfect sense. You want to have longevity in your career, and you go and you get paid very well.
Yeah.
But in the middle of your career, it could be career suicide, because how many players have gone to the Middle East or China in the middle of their career
and gone missing?
They're off the radar.
Yes.
This is where the party's at, people, the Premier League. So you forget very quickly about players that
I can't understand that. I just can't understand. Stan hit the nail on the head about why would they want to do that. This is Premier League.
There's only two. Axel Witsel, who's come back to Europe, and the other one will be Paulinho, who's now come to Barcelona and then gone back to China.
And Axel Witsel is very interesting, because he went from the Netherlands first to Zenit St. Petersburg for I think £43 million, and people were saying, wow, that's crazy. It was the start of the Russian investment in football. Some players will follow the money, but when Axel Witsel looks back on his career, he will have wanted to play at the very highest level he possibly can.
To longest he can.
To play for big clubs. And particularly for Marko Arnautovic here, if he gets West Ham into Europe, gets them a cup, gets them any success, he's going to be a legend here. Let's be perfectly honest.
He already is, and if he puts pen to paper and lets people know that he really is here and wants to mean business, the fans will get behind him 100%.
I think he will. I genuinely think this is about posturing around new contract and value and wanting to be loved and adored.